It may be said that no consumer tech business has captivated the public's attention like Apple. In this video, we'll take a look at some fascinating facts you didn't know about Apple. Number 7. The first Apple logo featured Isaac Newton. Although the now retro rainbow logo is arguably Apple's most well-known, the very first Apple logo depicted Sir Isaac Newton sitting under a tree with an apple about to fall on his head. The Newton logo was created by Apple's lesser-known founder, Ronald Wayne, and was only used briefly in 1976 because its high degree of detail didn't show up well when shrunk down and placed on a product. Rob Janoff's rainbow Apple logo replaced Sir Isaac and was the company's mark for many years until the simplified monochromatic Apple logo was unveiled in 1998. Number 6. Wozniak sold his scientific calculator to raise capital. Steve Jobs sold his Volkswagen van to gather enough money to acquire supplies and produce the first few orders of the Apple I, and Wozniak, then an HP employee, sold his Hewlett-Packard 65 scientific calculator for $500. Those born after 1990 may be surprised that a calculator could generate any kind of capital, but back in 1976, a scientific calculator cost the same as a laptop, and the HP 65 was marketed as the smallest programmable computer ever. Woz got a good deal considering it retailed for $795, and we imagine any calculator in his possession would have been put to good use. We're curious if the buyer was aware he was purchasing a piece of computing history. Think how much that calculator would bring on eBay today. Number 5. The Apple I cost $666.66. The exorbitant costs of Apple's latest computers have recently been among the most common criticisms leveled by reviewers. However, historically, Apple products have always been more expensive. In fact, when inflation is factored in, the very first Apple computer would have cost more than the MacBook Air or even the 17-inch MacBook Pro today. The Apple I was not priced at $666.66 for satanic reasons, but rather for more practical reasons. As Steve Wozniak explained at a news conference, the wholesale cost to stores was $500, and adding a third to get the retail price made it around $667, which was changed to all-on repeating digit $666.66. Number 4. Apple invented the dog cow. Have you ever heard of the dog cow? She was undoubtedly familiar to early Apple users, as she was included in the Cairo typeface as part of the original Macintosh. After the Cairo font was retired, dog cow continued to exist in Laser Writer Driver 4.0 and eventually became a type of mascot for the Apple technical crew. Claris, created by Susan Kerr, emits a move sound and was available on all versions of the Mac operating system until OS X. In the late 1980s, she gained prominence and began to be used by other developer organizations. Even Microsoft featured dog cow in an advertising at one point. Number 3. The name Macintosh was inspired by an apple. The apple Lisa was named after Steve Jobs' daughter, but where did the term Macintosh come from? Jeff Raskin, an Apple employee, is responsible for naming the computer after his favorite variety of apple, cleverly bringing the entire fruit concept together. Macintosh was only a code name, and Steve Jobs is believed to have tried to rename the project Bicycle while the Macintosh-obsessed employee was out of the office. Raskin, on the other hand, certainly knew a good name when he invented it, as Macintosh simply had too much staying power and hung around until the end of the product cycle. Number 2. Apple made the first mass-market color digital camera. Apple introduced the first mass-market color digital camera in the United States in 1994. The Apple QuickTake 100 was capable of taking 8 images and could be connected to a Mac through a serial wire. It cost $749, which is almost the same as $1,000 today, which seems absurd for a camera with a resolution of less than 1 megapixel and no digital display. The QuickTake line grew to include 2 more models before being discontinued by Steve Jobs in 1997 when he returned to the helm of Apple and streamlined its product line. Number 1. The name iPod was inspired by 2001: A Space Odyssey. As part of a team gathered by Steve Jobs to generate a consumer-friendly nickname for the new device, Clever copywriter Vinny Chico is credited with coming up with the iPod name. According to the report, Jobs had already determined that the MP3 player's tagline would be 1,000 tunes in your pocket, which left naming alternatives open because it wouldn't have to overtly refer to something music related. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Which of these interesting facts about Apple did you like? Let us know in the comments, like this video and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.